Hi everyone, it's Tina Payne. I'm going to talk about some things today here. I'm going to start inviting a few people first, and while I'm listening to my song that I can't stop listening to right now. I love Bruno Mars, guys. I don't know about y'all, but it makes me happy. Let's see. How do I invite? Hold on a second. Let me turn this down. Okay, so I hope I get some people on here that actually want to sell scrubs. But even if you don't sell scrubs, you may find some value and benefit in this live. Okay, request to be in your broadcast. Add viewers to be in your broadcast. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, I don't know how to add people, so I'm just going to type a few names and see if that pops up. How's everyone's Saturday? Everybody doing well today? I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio, and it's a little gloomy. It's been raining today. So, yeah. I'm going to get to the video here in 1 second, guys. If you end up watching this on replay, please type in replay, hashtag replay. And I will be downloading this to my YouTube channel, so I'm going to try to keep it pretty consistent to the topic without veering off too much, hopefully. I'm sorry, y'all. I type very slow on the phone. I'm horrible. Okay. One more person. Okay. Maybe she's not on here. Okay. So, let me go ahead and turn down my little hype music. All right. So, anyway, my name is Tina Payne. I'm a registered nurse, and I am an owner of Grace Health Scrubs. I offer clients with affordable nursing scrubs, great customer service, and great quality. I also offer to facilities, nursing homes, STNA training centers, doctor's offices is one of the big ones that I work with customizing their uniforms and getting them embroidered. So that is what I do. One of the things that I do, and I also offer one-on-one consulting for anyone interested in starting their own uniform business. And what I want to say first is I'm working with some amazing ladies, and thank you to the admin for allowing me to do this live in the group. The reason I decided to do this, one reason is because there's a lot of I would say misinformation about wholesale and retail. And then the other reason is because I have received, I feel like I need to back up. I personally have received quite a few inquiries recently, like in a week. A lot, like 3 to 5, I would say, within the last week or so, in regards to whether or not I sell wholesale. So one of the things I wanted to kind of come on here and talk about was the differences between a wholesaler and a retailer. Now, if you're watching this and you are, like the average person who buys from a store and retailers, you're like, well, I know what the difference is. What are you going to tell me that I don't already know? Well, okay, so what I want to break down to some people who may not be aware is that, well, first of all, I'm a retailer, okay, a sole retailer. I don't sell, or I am not a wholesaler. I wouldn't say, I think some of the communication, people have said, do you sell wholesale? But if you sell wholesale, then that means you are a wholesaler, okay? So that is just what it is. So one of the differences, obviously, is that the wholesaler purchases in bulk. They themselves purchase in bulk. Most of the time, they're purchasing directly from the manufacturer, and they are purchasing usually, just large quantities, a large volume. So that's why they need a large capital, a large amount of capital to get started in their businesses, or to, basically warehouse a lot of products. So they are, my connection to the manufacturer or to the supplier. The wholesaler is. So it's the manufacturer, then the wholesaler, then the retailer. Okay, so that's 3 channels within that business model. Then after myself is the customer. Okay, so basically, basically what's, kind of like the challenging thing is that, it's automatically available for wholesale purchase, when that's not necessarily the case most of the time. So anyway, wholesalers additionally, they have actually lower overhead, believe it or not, than retailers. They come out a lot better. They come out a lot better sometimes than actual retailers do, because after they buy their large quantities, they are able to distribute when they to multiple different resources or retailers. So they have streams of revenue that they're able to, produce. So I apologize, guys. I'm getting messages as I'm talking. So anyway, there is wow. This person does not know that I'm doing a live video, apparently. Anyway, so I just keep going. The wholesaler, basically, like I said, they sell to the retailer. Usually they're selling only businesses. And one of the things that I wanted to point out to many people is that, when I find a wholesaler, or when I'm doing business with a wholesaler, there's a process. It's not like you can just automatically go to their website and start purchasing right away, like instantly. If they are a true wholesaler, there's going to be a process for B2B, which is business to business. They usually have an application process. A lot of them require references, business references. They require your bank account, your EIN, obviously your reseller's number, reseller's certificate, possibly, depending on what state you're in. They also, like I said, require a credit card on file. And then many times they will give you terms. If you're credit worthy enough, you are allowed credit terms, in order to purchase on credit, and then, they give you the terms to pay back. Okay. So if you are looking for a wholesaler to purchase your scrubs or any product through, well, let me just speak for scrubs, because I don't know about every single product. But if you're purchasing scrubs for your scrubs business, 9 times out of 10, if you have a quality wholesaler, they are going to take you through that process. Okay. Usually on their website, they'll have something that says retailer inquiry or inquiry. One of the biggest suppliers or manufacturers of scrubs is Strategic Partners, and they have a long process for you to apply and get, their scrubs. And that wouldn't even be a wholesaler account. That would be a direct retailer to the manufacturer. So you would be cutting out the middleman in that respect. But I'm just talking about primarily wholesalers today. So like I said, it's usually a few pages of application for doing business with them. So, I just like for people to, understand that. So I've gotten, like I said, many messages about, do I sell wholesale? No, I'm not a wholesaler. I do sell in groups. So that's the difference. So if you are interested, let's say you have a training program, and you need scrubs for your students, they're going to clinicals and things like that, and you want to come to me for, all 15, sets of scrubs, you can get a discount. That is a bulk order or a group order. That's not a wholesale order. So if you want to buy wholesale, then most of the time you have to become a retailer to purchase through them. They don't just sell to everyone. So if you are working with someone who's a wholesaler and they're not taking you through that process, just make sure that A, you are getting a wholesale price. Okay. Two, that is a true wholesale price. And two, that they have good quality. Sometimes there are some websites that say they have wholesale in the name and things like that, and they are selling their scrubs for $7, $5. I mean, you have to look at the quality. You know what I mean? So you're going to get what you pay for. Also, that is a wholesale price. $5 is a wholesale price. But if it's not a quality brand, then is that what you want to do? Is that what you're trying to pay for? Is that what you're trying to present to whomever you're trying to give them to or sell them to? And that's the other thing with wholesaling. They want to know, that you're reselling this. Like, this is not for personal, gain or whatever, a personal purchase. So that way that they're trying to build a relationship with you. They want that business to business relationship to be ongoing so that they can stay in business. I mean, it's all a business, right? So, that's what I pretty much wanted to kind of cover with wholesale. And then, also on the retail end, this is not an easy business. Okay. It's not hard to get into, but there is a huge learning curve as a retailer. I've learned a lot of things along the way, and I learn every day. And, what I learned, I try to share with those who are invested in growing as retailers on, whether it's online or, direct sales. So that's why I have a training program that I customize to the specific needs of different individuals. So, one of the things that, I just like to point out is that when I got started, I didn't know anything, and I worked with a person or people who was not 100. Okay. I'll just leave it at that. It was not 100. So I quickly had to retrain, my mind and be like, you know what, you about to have to do this all on your own very quick. Okay. So that's what I did. So if you're interested out there in wanting to start your own scrubs line, there are a lot of different options for scrubs, and there are a lot of different benefits to online and direct sales that I do go over in a couple of my trainings, as well as my ultimate scrubs business planning guide. And that is basically if you want to begin the process of researching how to start a scrubs business. It takes you through basically, I think it's 7 steps on what you need to do, to get your mind trained and get started as to what, going through the process. And then one of the biggest things is research. I shouldn't have to tell you to research, but it gives you some ideas of what to research. You want to target or research who your target is going to be. Everyone has different, target markets in their area. No one area is exactly the same as another. And you have a lot of different resources that you may not even be aware of in your area. But you definitely want to see, is a brick and mortar going to be beneficial? Some areas are, oversaturated with nursing schools or hospitals, so they may have a lot more actual uniform shops, like, brick and mortar. But you have to decide how you're going to stand out, and what are some ways you can stand out as a retailer, whether it's online or in direct sales, or even a mobile unit, like a mobile van. Which is another option. That's something that I've considered and am considering, not a van per se, but like some kind of a truck, to go from place to place. So yeah, it's a very great business to be in. I will say that, the brick and mortar route, I'm not 100%. I don't know the ins and out of that. What I do know is that they have a lower profit margin compared to online and direct sales, as well as, just mobile sales like hospital shows and things like that, because they have a lot more overhead. They have to stock, they have to keep a certain amount of inventory in stock And if they're not selling that stock, they're losing money. They have to hire people. They have to, these are just some of the things that I kind of go through a little bit in my guide, or have you kind of walk through as well. But they have to do a lot. And so even wholesalers come out ahead of the brick and mortar stores. So just so you'll know that, if that's something that you are interested in, it's not anything that you shouldn't do, but it's just so that you know that you're going to have a lot of capital up front, and your first year may not be, as profitable as you may hope. With online direct sales, you can decide, you can make a choice as to what your overhead is going to be, as far as where you keep your scrubs and how you keep them, stocked and things like that. If you're going to take them on an order by order basis, or if however you want to do it, you have that as a benefit as well. So you definitely are a lot more profitable in doing those routes as far as selling your uniforms. Let me see. I think it was something else I wanted to mention. Let me look at my notes here really quick. If there is anyone out there watching, I would love some hearts or some likes, just to let me know that this information is actually helpful, or if you have any questions while I'm online, I would love that. Let me see. I'm trying to think. There was something else I wanted to mention. For some reason I cannot remember, but I am planning on doing a couple of different things this year with my scrubs business, as well as helping others who are growing in their business. One of the things is I am going to be planning on going to the annual trade show, which is held in October. And that is basically, it's only really one organization, the Uniform Retailers Association, that puts on this trade show. And basically you have every single retailer, every single manufacturer who's big in the business there for you to meet, to go up to their tables, to talk to them, introduce yourself as a retailer, so that you could just keep those relationships open, because that's one of the things in this business, is that relationships, just like with any business, networking and building relationships are very important. And just keeping in contact with those who you're doing business with, not just emailing them when you need an order or whatever. It's just good business practice to do that. So I can't see any comments. If anyone's leaving comments, just FYI, I can't see them for some reason. Maybe you're not leaving comments. I don't know. But that's okay. So anyway, so that's something I'm planning on doing in, I think it's October. Last year it was in Nashville, and I found out about it right when it was happening, and I couldn't go. So if anyone's interested in doing that, I'm hoping to plan. Hi, Keisha. The comments are working. If you're already in the business or thinking about getting in the business, this will be a great opportunity. It's going to be in Las Vegas. So I'm definitely putting that on my calendar and working on trying to plan that. And that's the Uniform Retailers Association trade show. And that's a big resource as well. And that's actually in my home state, the actual headquarters. So, which is awesome. So, Keisha, do you have any questions for me? I'm getting ready to get off of here. Oh, hi, Latrice. How are you? You would love to go. Well, that's awesome. Let's keep in touch. I have another person who I'm planning on. I don't know if we're going to go together, if we're going to meet up down there, but yeah, so definitely, my ultimate goal, because this is the Black Nurses Entrepreneurs group, okay? It's Black History Month, okay? My goal would be, this business, I really like it. I'm telling y'all, I really, really like this business. I have another business as well. Oh, how I got started? Well, okay. So I got started last year, just, doing to search for additional businesses to basically earn additional capital to fund my other business, which is Grace Health Career Center, and that is my training center. Actually, I do CPR, STNA, and medication administration, and that's, I started that in 2013. It's right now I'm on a hiatus from that. The year I had my baby, I was on bed rest, so I had some issues financially with that business, so I had to shut my doors. So, now I am, this was a business startup with a low overhead that I thought, wow, that's something I can do to earn money, pretty quick, and it's working, okay, for that business, and to basically combine the two, and so that's what I'm doing, and that's how I got started with that. But I did search initially on Facebook, and I found out about it, through Facebook, like how a lot of other ladies have. So thank you for asking me that question. Not a lot of people know about Grace Health Career Center right at the moment, but they will soon. I'm not promoting it as much because I gotta get things in order. But yes, I am a CPR instructor. I do other things, so it's just all about marketing yourself, and doing everything that you already have in you. So anyway, guys, I don't want to make this video too long, and I said I wasn't going to get off track, but thank you guys so much for interacting and asking questions, introducing yourselves. If you are interested in either my Scrubs planning guide, it's called the Ultimate Scrubs Business Planning Guide. So it helps you plan out getting started. That link is bit.ly/Scrubs Guide. Okay. And then I also do one-on-one consultations and coaching. I have a 4-week training that I'm doing with a few ladies right now, and the numbers are growing pretty much every week. As one is falling off, another one is starting, kind of. So that is something I enjoy. I'm going to be putting out a few more videos. I have a YouTube channel. Okay, send me your email. I have a YouTube channel for goals. Well, it's at Goals of a CEO Mom, and that's a whole nother thing. That's my blog, but also my brand as well. But that is basically like I said, it's a blog, and I have a private group for that. But you can find out more about that on YouTube, Goals of a CEO Mom. That's Tina Payne. You can type my name in as well. Okay, so definitely will email you some information on that, and